This episode's road trip vehicle, 1995 Ford Escort LX wagon, 1.9 liter fuel injected 4-cylinder. Today on Road Trips, it's Wagons East as we check out the Oregon Trail Interpretive Center at Baker City. And joining us for this episode is guest co-host Holly Hilton. So now, let's hit the road. Hello everyone, and welcome to this edition of Road Trips. I'm your host, Todd Hilton, and joining me today is our guest co-host and my wife, Holly. Today we're going to be taking you to Baker City, where we're going to be going to the Oregon Trail Interpretive Center?
Yes.
What's it called? Okay. Oregon Trail Interpretive Center, which we've heard is very impressive. A lot of historical artifacts, a lot of pioneer-related stuff. And we're starting here. We're at the parking lot at the Howard Johnson Inn here in La Grande. Is going to be our starting point.
And if you ever stay in La Grande, the Howard Johnson is very nice.
Yes, this is the place. One word to remember. Heated pool. Okay, that's 2 words, but probably the best place to stay.
2 more words. Jacuzzi and sauna.
Ah.
Weight room, laundry.
Very nice for the money. Right now we're going to get going. We're going to set the camera up and hit the road. So we'll see you in a second. Okay, folks. We're starting our journey. As I said, we're leaving the parking lot at the Howard Johnson Inn here in La Grande. It's going to be our starting point for today's trip. You'll have to excuse us. We are without a microphone. So I'll try to talk loud enough so everyone can hear us.
Okay, over Baker City.
Okay, we will be heading east on I-84.
Right up here, make a turn. There you go.
So this is where we just... Oh, okay, this links up for where we came in.
Yeah.
Came into town, okay. Okay. You know what I like about the freeways down here?
Huh.
Speed limit 65.
Oh yeah, all the way.
Which means you can go about 90 most of the way.
Not supposed to,
Not
but a lot
supposed
of
to.
people do.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's sad when you're in the fast lane, you're doing 75 and people are still passing you like you're standing still. Okay. We're off like a herd of turtles. As we've mentioned in previous shows, one of our new additions to the show, which has helped us immensely, has been the acquisition of a AAA book. This book, given to me by Louise of Channel 9, or formerly of Channel 9. She used to be the office manager. She's a AAA member, and she gave me that book. It's for '98. It's a year outdated, but the information is still current. At least that's what I'm finding. But it wasn't until the Reno trip, the second Reno trip, that we really started taking a serious look at the book and finding out that there's a lot of good information in there and great ideas for trips. Whether you're making just a day trip or if you're on vacation, there's a lot of stuff to see and do, all right there in the book. And what else can you find in the book, dear?
Places to stay. Let's see. elevation, points of interest, how long to schedule yourself for times for places to see. And I also learned from our last trip to Pendleton that if you talk to the people there that host the museum, they're a fountain of information, and some things aren't in the book that she was just spouting on places to go see.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, most of the people you'll find, especially at the tourist attractions, Chamber of Commerce, they have a lot of information. It's not, like Holly said, not necessarily stuff that you're going to find in print, and from their own experience. Especially if they live in the town. What we found out. I mean, the book will give like the address, but they don't tell you how to get there from wherever you happen to be.
Right. Another good book, if you're not a AAA member, just go into your local Chamber of Commerce and get a book called Where to Stay in Oregon. It's very nice, very informative about hotels and motels and the price ranges and the kind of things they offer, that sort of thing. It's not as detailed as the AAA book, like for places to see and stuff. Another one to see to get there, I can't think offhand, but I probably look the book up in a little while because I think we have it right here.
One of the many things we've grabbed during our trip, all the freebies.
There's the Oregon Travel Guide. There's the events calendar. And if you want a certain area, there's like the Eastern Oregon, Wallowa Lake. Here's what the Where to Stay in Oregon book looks like. This is the 1999 edition. It's a guide to accommodations.
All right, now let's go to our map here. You see we just left La Grande. We're approximately 38 miles from Baker City, which is our destination today.
Correct.
Which we'll be seeing is it just called the Oregon Trail Interpretive Center?
Yes, that's correct. The Oregon Trail Interpretive Center. It's exit 302 on I-84. And if you want to go to the Information Center of Baker City to get more information about the surrounding areas, which actually there's quite a bit of information and places to see there other than the Interpretive Center. But this is the brochure for the Interpretive Center for Baker City.
National Historic.
Yes.
Because I believe there's also one in Oregon City.
Yes, there's actually 5 in Oregon. The first one is in Oregon City, the second one is in the Dalles, the third one is in Pendleton, and the fourth one is in Baker City, and the other one is in Ontario.
Oh.
Each one has its own distinct flavor. Like the one in Pendleton, we didn't get a chance to see. It's actually a cultural institute. It's Indian owned, and most of the artifacts and information they have is about the Umatilla, the Walla Walla, and the Cayuse Indians that were living here at the time that the Oregon Trail was forged.
As we've seen and learned, a lot of the I suppose the historic areas in Oregon are more towards the eastern parts of the state. That's where you have all your immigrants coming from. The original Oregon settlers, which came from all over. Indians, Irish,
German,
English,
Scandinavian, Chinese.
Yeah, just about from just from all the major parts of the world, pretty much.
Pretty much, yes.
Yeah, this part is starting to see a lot more green. past the gorge and around that area, it's very dry, very desolate area. Whereas, I don't know, it's appearing now everything is getting more green and there's actually life out here.
Yes.
As opposed to going through literally miles and miles of nothing.
Trees!
Yeah, there's trees out here. And the areas that we've been through in one of our last trips,
It's just been flat out farmland.
yeah, farmland, and in some cases, dirt. No trees, no brush, nothing. And there's not a whole lot to look at. Here, it's very much alive. The landscape. Cows. But
I was waiting for you to say that.
you knew it was coming.
Yeah.
They're cows.
This is a guy that taught my daughter to say moo whenever she sees a cow. So she's got her face pressed up against the window on her way to school going, moo! Moo!
Now my stepdaughter.
Yeah.
We still have debates on whether or not she's actually mine.
She acts so much like him. The story of this journey, which is the Oregon Trail, I'm just catching parts of this, comes alive today through the life-size exhibits and living history at the National Historic Oregon Trail Interpretive Center, set atop the summit of Flagstaff Hill, where pioneers caught their first glimpse of the Promised Land. You'll behold a sweeping vista, little changed from 150 years ago. And along nearly 5 miles of interpretive trails, you'll actually see ruts created by pioneer wagon wheels. The Oregon Trail has forever left its mark on the land here. It will leave one on you too.
Yeah, that's what I want to see is the
actual ruts.
Yeah.
That will be fascinating. Yeah.
Well, we've got a pretty favorable day weather-wise to do it. Having the sun out, I mean,
It's hot.
yeah, it's been very warm. It's been.
Now I'm usually the one freezing.
Yeah.
And I'm actually very warm. Now at night here in this area, it
Nights
gets
get pretty
very
chilly.
cold.
Yeah.
If you ever plan to go camping in this area, the best state park to stay at that you can take kids to and stuff, it's got a playground area. It's called Hillgard Park. It is just before you get into La Grande. It wraps along the Grand Ronde River. So you've got
There's a creek. There was like 5 Point Creek, I think it was called.
yes, 5 Point Creek, which runs into the Grand Ronde River. And it's not very deep, but you can go wading in there, and you can also do some trying to think of the word.
Something to do with water?
Yes.
Fishing?
No. Well, there is fishing there, but in that creek you won't catch
Fishing,
something very big.
something to do with water life?
No.
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 Okay. Gold?
No.
But it's something to do with water.
Yes.
Okay.
People that have whitewater rafted would know what I mean by going body rafting.
Oh, okay. Okay, going back to our map. We are 26 miles from Baker City. Here's our approximate location here. This is one of our new features for the second season of road trips. We're trying to get more away from home and some of the classic tourist traps, the historical sites, museums, other places of interest. Places like this that are just out in the country, out in the open. There's no specific place to see. It's just open country, and it's a nice drive. Especially because, as I said earlier, the speed limit is 65, and the sky's the limit.
Snow!
What?
Snow!
Ah! Yeah, we're seeing some kind of mountains off to our right. way in the distance there. They look pretty close because they're so big, but they're actually
Quite a ways
miles and
away.
miles away, yeah. And there's snow up there.
Just a little.
I think there is some kind of a major mountain around here. I don't know what it is though. I thought I saw something a ways back. I don't know. Yeah, there may be something on the regular map. But
Well, I have no idea where it's at.
oh.
Oh,
Handy dandy Oregon map there.
yes.
Our state map that we have here is a few years out of date, but you figure, there's not too many places that change. As far as towns, roads, I mean, things like that don't change. But it's like a 93, 94 Oregon state map. It's put out by the Oregon Department of Transportation. I don't know if they still make maps or if they still make them like this. What I like about this one is it has individual maps of most of the major towns and cities in Oregon. They're not very detailed, but they may be enough to at least get you through town, if that may be a destination. LeGrand, our starting point today, was one of those towns shown on the map, on the individual maps. And, boy, I wish I knew where we were.
Let me see. We passed North Powder, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay.
Yeah, because actually, east starts turning into southeast.
Yes. Have we passed Haynes yet?
I don't know. I'm just driving. I have no idea where we're at, or I'm not even paying attention to the road. What do I know?
Help! He's a lot of help, isn't he?
Nope. There be houses over them thar hills. Aye. Cheat yet?
Oh.
Y'all too?
Aye.
Oh, baby. It's man one.
Okay, let me give you some information about Baker City. Let's see.
It's a pretty old town.
Yes, in 1861, gold was discovered in Baker County by miners searching for the mythical Blue Bucket Mine. Subsequently, several mining towns sprang up throughout the county, many which are now ghost towns. The Armstrong gold nugget weighing 80.4 ounces was found here and is now displayed in the U.S. National Bank there in Baker City. Many of Baker City's historic buildings are reminiscent of the ornate, thank you, architecture of the early gold rush days. Baker City Historic District has more than 100 commercial and residential buildings spread over 40 acres. Oh, rest stop. Literature for self-guiding tours of nearby ghost towns, if you're into ghost towns, can be obtained from the Visitors and Convention Bureau. In the heart of the ghost town area is Sumter Valley Dredge State Park, the centerpiece of which is a 1,250-ton gold dredge built in 1935 and operated until 1954. More than 4.5 million in gold was extracted from the valley by the dredge. There's other things to see besides the National Historic Oregon Trail Interpretive Center. That's a mouthful. Which is also free.
Yes.
And you have to. They say that allow 2 hours minimum for this tour. Now my grandmother said she's been here, and she said at least 3.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do. We've already gotten permission to bring the camera in, so we'll show you what we can. But as what we try to do, we give the viewers give you viewers out there a good taste of it, but we try not to spoil everything, so you have something to see if you decide to come here. We just passed a sign advertising the Interpretive Center.
Exit 302?
It listed 3 different exits. 302 was one of them.
Well, take 302.
Okay.
Alright, other places to see in Baker City is the Oregon Trail Regional Museum. It's on I-84 exit 304 at Campbell and Grove Street. This is got a comprehensive collection of rocks, minerals, and semi-precious stone specimens, as well as period clothing and memorabilia dating back to the 1840s.
Okay, we're approaching exit 302. We're pretty much entering Baker City. Just past a sign a ways back said 5 miles, but also Baker City, like next 3 exits or something. So
yes. Okay, so we're taking exit 302, which is this one right here.
hopefully there'll be signs telling us where to go. We've never been here before. We's foreigners.
I believe we'll be taking a left. It's
That's what it looks like.
5 miles.
Whoa, cattle gate. Okay. Well, Hell's Canyon.
Yes, Hell's Canyon. That's 68 miles from here.
Okay. We've exited off 302, or off exit 302, off of I-84.
We're now on 86.
Okay, and we're 5 miles away from the Interpretive Center. I thought Hell's Canyon was in California. Or is there 2 of them?
You know, I'm not sure.
I swear I've heard there was Hell's Canyon in California.
Are you thinking Hell's Canyon or Hell's Kitchen?
No, not Hell's Kitchen. Hell's Kitchen? Hey. No.
Lots of hay. We're now entering the
Hell's-
Hell's Canyon Scenic Byway.
Ah. Now what's the difference between a highway and a byway?
Highways 4 lanes, byways 2 lanes. I don't know.
I have no idea.
I'm guessing.
Antique Machinery Museum. Whoa.
I saw an old choo-choo.
The choo-choo?
An old choo-choo.
What choo-choo?
I think we should stop there on the way back. Look at rusty old farm equipment stuff.
And stuff, yeah.
Yeah, and stuff.
Now check this out. This looks like a graveyard for farm equipment here. Is this part of it too, or is this something separate?
I think this
They
is
got
something...
dead buses, dear.
Yeah. I've never seen a green school bus.
Huh.
Seen a green fire engine. Malala.
Yeah.
But, well, actually, it's like a greenish
Spring
yellow.
green.
Yeah. It's not like a dark green.
Right.
That was dark green.
So we're heading even more into the hills now. Now that's some serious acreage.
That's a house. Did you see that house? It was like...
The other side of this?
It's like 4-car garage.
Whoa!
Whoa! I love those.
That's like an Whoa, that's like an
That's
Azteca thing.
Yeah.
Huh.
Not quite an Azteca thing, but
Well, that kind of southwestern look.
yeah, the southwestern look. We have 3 more miles to go.
Okay.
Hopefully nobody's on our tail and is trying to figure out what the heck we're doing.
Oops. Waste foreigners.
See, if I drive, I get yelled at a lot. See, if he
If
drives...
I drive, I get yelled at.
Yeah.
Either way, we can't stand the way each other drives.
Yeah.
So
He
we're-
drives too slow, and when he starts talking, he wanders all over the road, and his foot comes off the gas. And me, I'm a lead foot.
Holly's a lead foot and likes to tip cameras over. Oops.
I only did that once.
Okay then.
It was just a test.
Very
Just
good
testing.
test.
Yes.
Oh, that's a heck of a view from up here.
Yeah. That's actually quite nice.
Yeah. They need a viewpoint right about here. Wow.
Actually, we have a historical marker ahead, so on the way back down, we can probably stop and take a look at it.
We could do the ending for the show at one of
At
these.
the
We got
marker?
a viewpoint.
The marker's right there.
Yeah, I see it. Big sign there. There's a turnout.
And a turnout right there too. That'll be perfect.
That'll work. We just gave away the ending.
Whoops. Well, nobody will want to watch this now. Let's shut it off.
Yeah. Wrap it up.
Is that the interpretive center?
I
believe
so.
That is.
There's something up here too. What's this? It's like a
I can't see that
tower
far.
of rocks or something.
I'm missing my glasses, so I can't see.
Okay.
It's another reason why I'm having him drive.
I'm blind.
Just about.
Unless that's like a huge Oregon Trail marker or something.
It's possible.
This definitely looks like wagon rut territory.
Yeah.
Some kind of a monument.
Yeah, we'll look at it on the way back.
Yeah.
I just want to go see the interpretive center right now.
That's gotta be it.
Yeah, because it's got teepees and stuff up there. That's cool.
Oh yeah. We're there.
This is the only interpretive center that actually says that they have the Oregon Trail ruts.
Gotta see those. Flagstaff Hill. I remember reading something about that.
Yeah, it sits atop of Flagstaff Hill.
And we have moderate
Today's fire
damage.
Yeah, moderate. The hotter and drier it gets, the higher the fire damage
we gotta prepare to stop here. We got a check station of some kind. Hi.
The center closes at 6 o'clock.
Okay.
However, I'm closing now.
Okay.
Go out and enjoy yourselves.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Cool.
Yeah. We have about an hour and a half.
Interpretive Center, straight up.
ahead. Yeah, because that is the maintenance shop. We don't want the maintenance shop.
Yeah,
Must
we gotta
be up further.
Yeah. Looks like it's at the top of the hill.
Mm-hmm.
We've got about an hour and a half to see as much as we can see and get as much on tape as we can.
Now let's see if we can get as far as possible before that truck coming down the hill has to push us off to the side.
Ooh. That is strange. Well, I'm not so sure about that, dear. Is this the only way up and down?
I'm not sure. I just see a truck right there. And it looks like it's... Oh, there is a road going down.
I was going to say, it seems to me that'd be kind of odd when they have plenty of room to have two roads or two lanes, you know?
Yeah.
This is old country back here. Back east.
Come on, baby. Come on. Come on.
Sorry, it's a 4-cylinder. Up there's an RV clerk. Sorry. Yeah, there's definitely a separate way for the people going down.
Yeah.
Although you'd think they might have put a guardrail up there, isn't it?
Well, I don't see why. I mean, if you go off the road, you go off the road. You're not going
That's
to,
true.
like,
Fall
roll
off a
all the
cliff.
way down.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just in some places it's hard to tell if it just drops off or if there's something there.
It looks like around the roads there's something there.
Okay. Looks like there might be possibly two ways up.
Ooh, look. Ooh.
Ooh,
Looks like a
something.
cabin or something. At one time, maybe it was a settlement or something. Down there. There's lots
Whoa.
and lots to see.
That's a huge valley. Well, we're already parked down there.
I have noticed so much how much there is so many of our cars. Not our cars, but I mean
This particular make and model.
and green
yeah,
must
color.
have been a very popular color.
Yes. but that's okay.
Parking spot.
As road trips,
You're welcome.
we like to blend in. Don't want anyone to say, hey, those guys are from road trips. Okay,
Not
folks.
likely.
We're gonna shut down and then we'll come back in just a minute. Okay, we're back. Here's some shots of the outside the interpretive center. Way up at the top of Flagstaff Hill. Okay, we're gonna look around a little bit and see what we can show you.
I forged the iron fittings myself last February. Made them pretty light too. Caulked it up with tar and crossed many a river this trip. Got a few spare parts left too. Gave one to Joseph yesterday, and he was mighty pleased.
When we left home, I often rode in the wagon, but a few days of hard bouncing cured me of that. Once our little one was struck in the head with some of our possessions. Now we walk most of the time. I am proud of William's work on our wagon. It's carrying our household all the way to Oregon.
The actual Oregon Trail there. Starting from way down there. All the way up into Oregon territory.
Go, boy! Not too much farther, boy. These ugly old beasts, they have done very well by us. Strong and patient. We often marvel at how long they can go without water. Sometimes it pains my heart when I can't find them a drink. Some in our wagon train have not devoted sufficient time to their animals' comfort. A mistake. We take good care of our stock. Even made moccasins for their sore feet over rocky terrain. What else did they do? That's what we ride.
And the odds, nearly 1 out of every 10 grave every 80 yards.
Indians are talking now.
I see some men come at once in their own wagon train. Sometimes
You cannot leave me. Matthew, you will never leave me. Son, my special child. Oh, Oregon was for you. Oh God, I cannot endure it. After all we have passed together, such a little boy. Oh God, such a little man.
Restaurants, no mechanics, no vending machines. Self-sufficiency is the way of the trail.
Yeah, get along, keep moving. No, you don't. Get over there. Confounded critters. Try your patience. Heck, I don't know how long we can expect to have milk and meat on the hoof. Mother's been careful about the staples.
The stage is set. The mare America was new land to Europeans. It beckoned with meadows, forests, mountains, rivers, fish, tobacco, gold, and freedom from kings and queens. From the first small settlements of Jamestown and Santa Fe, expansion and population swelled. Stove. Very large stove.
Oh, these are decisions in South Pass that you can make, and depending on what it does, you made it good or bad or
We saw some Sioux Indians. Their squaws were engaged in making moccasins for the immigrants, which they sold very readily for 50 cents.
So we had a truck stand there. Back, we'll continue on.
Offer her the blanket now.
Yes. I'll offer the frock coat. We have one extra. Swap this for this. Swap.
Do you think we should offer him something else? I don't think he likes it.
Just like buried in something. Big Black Roach, Boston, Massachusetts, 1850.
This is a house.
Doll from 1845. Medicine case from 1860.
What? Oh.
Medicine case.
used water pretty freely and gave me a preparation Mr. Bullfinch has for cholera and diarrhea, which did not seem to do much good. Kept well bandaged and took plenty of cold injections for the day.
Is that supposed to be burnt like that?
Well, I never did cook before this, but I learned it fast. How do you like it overland? His mother, she will say, all right, except for cooking, the devil is to pay. For some won't cook, yet others can't, and there's curse and name. But all we must be done to leave it so
The Reverend J.H. Wilbur built the Methodist Church. Settlers had very little money, but Reverend Wilbur would go into a saloon and make his appeal, and very frequently the men who were gambling would say, "Well, you can have the next jackpot."
The lure of the West was powerful, and the immigrants kept coming. Soon Oregon City and its surroundings felt too crowded. Immigrants backtracked east along the trail. In 1861, miners began prospecting east of the Cascades. 8 miles south of where Baker City now stands, gold was struck. Miners began to stake their claims, and the rush for gold helped create Baker City. Towns, farms, and mining camps sprang up all along the eastward route of the trail by the 1860s, and many made their living supplying food and other necessities to the continuous flow of new immigrants and to the miners.
Okay, coming out of the center now. Yeah, to really get a detailed look at that, you'd have to, what would you say, dear? A couple hours inside there.
Definitely.
And then, after you're done there, there's everything that's out here.
What is down here? Where are we going?
Oh, this trail just goes around the building. You can't, it does branch off and you can go down the trail to the rest, but it's too late today to do that.
Okay, according to that lady just passed there, doesn't sound like we're going to have time to go down to the ruts. Because they closed the entire grounds at 6 o'clock, and it's just after 5 now. Unfortunately, we won't be able to get to that. And here, I believe, is the mine. And I think I heard the ladies that works here, her said it's under construction. I'm not exactly sure what that means. Holly's already beating me down there, but in order to give you viewers a smooth picture, I have to stop moving. I'll stop walking anyway. So, let's go down there and see if we can't get a closer look. Plaque here, shaft house. The shaft house covered the main shaft A vertical hole into the mine. Horizontal passageways called drifts were excavated into or along gold veins extending from the shaft. Miners working in the drifts blasted and picked loose boulders and rocks which were loaded onto ore carts. They pushed or pulled the carts to the main shaft where the load was transferred into buckets. Finally, power-driven equipment lifted ore buckets to the surface. The shaft house protected machinery from the weather and was sometimes used for equipment storage and blacksmith work. There's a picture of one of those.
Honey, get a shot in here.
I'm going in.
Watch your head.
Oh, right on. So this is just part of the exhibit. It's not an actual thing, is it?
No. It looks like they're doing some rehabilitation down below where they're restoring the mine. Restoring something.
Interesting. Yeah, I can't get a real good look at this. It's under construction, as we can see here, but I'm assuming this is a shaft house. Okay. Continuing on our walk here. See what else we can find. Speaking of finding things, I need to find my wife. She disappeared on me again. Just passed a sign that says Panorama Point Trail. It's the official name of this trail. Rehab area, please stay on trail. Okay. I don't know if I want to go off the trail or not. I might get lost. This land out here is just huge.
Can you zoom in down there? That's the, I believe it's a wagon train. Or a wagon itself. And part of the trails.
Yeah.
Can you zoom in down there?
I can sure try. It's real hard to zoom when I'm not on a tripod. It's hard not to move around too much, but I'll give it a shot here. Okay. Zooming in. Wind's not helping either.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's a wagon.
What about the dirt area? Are those the trails?
Possibly. And while we're down here, show you a view of the back of the Interpretive Center. Kind of bears a resemblance to one of the Mount St. Helens Visitor Center. The not the new fancy one, but the first one. That design. So it reminds me of. Well, there was some stuff up top to look at, I believe. Let's see what we can do up there.
From this picture here, depicting the Oregon Trail, is this right here to the Panorama Point. Panorama Point is that spot right over there. And it goes down across like that.
So the actual trail is not the dark line, but
it basically
just
rides
under it.
along, yeah, just under it.
Right direction, wrong trail. But that's got to be something, though. It doesn't look natural.
No. I'm not sure what it is.
Huh. Yeah, and without going down there, it's real hard to say.
Right.
Well, maybe sometime we'll get to go down there, but we'll leave that to the viewers out there. Okay. We're about to enter the encampment. I suppose any of these are original.
They look pretty aged to me.
Man, it's windy up here. Could be original. Hard to tell. It definitely looks old, that's for sure. We'll be fine.
Definitely buffers the wind, doesn't it?
Oh yeah. Huh. It's amazing how these things stay up.
Yeah.
Especially in this much wind. I don't think that was standard for this guy.
Not very big to hold all that stuff they had to haul.
Yeah. Yeah? Big old box with a, I'm assuming it's canvas top. Although being this high off the ground does have its advantages. It makes it a lot easier to do an oil change. Oh, so I didn't get that such thing. Oops.
Not easy for a short person.
Oh dear.
Hello. This is kind of cool. Kind of protected from
They got stuff in here.
Uh-huh. Must be for presentations and stuff.
Yeah. Here, I'll go around and see you in the driver's seat. I was just saying that each one of these is just a little bit different than the other.
But the width and length are pretty much the same.
Yeah.
This one's got an extra piece of canvas inside, and the seats moved further back so they could store stuff in this area, plus
like,
protect the driver.
briquettes.
Yeah.
Okay, folks, now we're down onto the road. We're past the Interpretive Center. We're off the hill. Interpretive Center is way up there. Okay. Interpretive Center is way up there. We're down off the hill. And we're stopped here at a marker for the Oregon Trail. What? Okay, what did we find, dear?
The Oregon Trail Memorial, erected in 1943 by Baker Kiwanis Club. This is to depict the trail from 1843 to 1943. And it's got the Oregon Trail Memorial emblem upon it. This is basically mortar and a stack of rocks.
Yeah, it's nothing real spectacular to look at. There was a picture of this, I believe taken the day it was dedicated in the Interpretive Center. I declare thee stack o' rocks. Like I said, nothing real spectacular, but interesting. Since we saw this on the way up, didn't know what it was, then saw the picture in the Interpretive Center. Huh.
There's several places along this route, along I-84 to see. If you look down below here, there's the Birch Tree Crossing, Farewell Bend, and then you'll be coming into Huntington. There's a wagon train destruction site. Basically, it's where they dumped their possessions when they didn't think they could make it anymore. Try to make it some more. We're here. We just got done with the Oregon Trail Interpretive Center. The Lone Pine was just right there. And there's an immigrant inscription here, just before you get to LeGrand. And there is a grave of Emily Doan in between Hillgard Park and LeGrand.
That about does it for this episode of Road Trips. We hope you enjoyed your tour of the, it's got kind of a...
Oregon Trail Interpretive Center.
Okay, thank you. We didn't get to see quite as much as we want to. Of course, we never really do we? We didn't get to see the wagon ruts. We might have got them on camera. I'm not exactly sure, being that it's so far away. But we'll leave that to you viewers out there. Hopefully, some of you folks can get out here and take a look for yourself. Right about now, we're just about to head back here. We're standing in front of the sign that we read just a minute ago. That's gonna about do it for this episode. So for Road Trips, speaking for Dan Bradley, who cannot be with us tonight. Today. I'm Todd Hilton, along with my wife, Holly. And we'll see you next time for the next episode of Road Trips!